Another day, another dollar, another amazing opportunity to smell the coffee with Diana Master and Glenn Norashipura. It's a beautiful day, and we couldn't be more excited to bring you today's episode. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm doing good, but you know what they say? People who say another day, another dollar is kama as the AMA 1K. So I'm really tired of this AMA 2K.
I'm a 1K. Listen,
I'm
put some respect on us. I'm a 1K, okay?
Those are the sayings that I'm
But I'm a 1K is so disrespectful. It is so disrespectful.
I'm really hurt. You can call us old, but
No, they took
leave
the power
AMA
back.
1K.
No, they took the power back because they're like, oh, I'm a 2K, I'm a 2K. And they're like, you know what? Fine. I'm a 1K.
I'm a 1K.
Now let's see. Is it funny now? It's not so funny now, is it? Yeah. So in today's intro, we'd like to talk about something so bizarre, so odd, because does it really smell the coffee if we don't bring you bizarre news and things that you can laugh at? Let's take a look at this next clip. This is a Nigerian parliament official, I think, who was being asked about missing funds. And let's take a look at what he did next.
Daniel Pondei, who is the acting managing director of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), was taken to hospital after slumping forward in his chair during the session in which he gave evidence to the panel. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives, the lower chamber of parliament, are investigating alleged corruption around procurement at the NDDC, a government body over 20 years. The probe was ordered by President Muhammadu Buhari.
Now
I have a theory. The one who's trying to resuscitate him is the one that they ate the funds together nicely.
But why are you resuscitating me by putting your fingers in my mouth? What are you looking for in my mouth?
The money somewhere in there.
It's deep in there. But it worked because the guy eventually regained consciousness and removed the hand.
Maybe he knows something, or he was just like, if you're faking it, you will not like me putting my
fingers. Of which it happened because then he actually removed the hand.
But he was doing the most. He was really doing the most. I'm like,
For me, it's how he fainted with his eyes closed. And honestly speaking, I think that's my new way to avoid confrontational situations. Just pretend to faint. That's it. So Diana,
Diana, you owe me the...
Done. No one will ask you anything. Anytime somebody tries to bring up something, you just faint and you just say, you know what? I have this condition, guys. I don't know what's been happening. Maybe it's the heat. Blame everything on the heat.
Do you know that song? Is it Desperado? No. That talks about like when I get into politics, what, and then the people are asking for the new roads, but, I need to have my fifth trip.
But my
fifth vacation for the year.
I saw another Nigerian official that said, I don't know if it's Nigerian, I speak under correction, but he said corruption is only bad when I'm not involved.
When I'm involved,
it's fine. It's okay, colleagues. But I think I will do corruption in a smart way. For example, if you guys give me money to build 100 toilets, I will build like 80 and then chop the money for the 20.
That's the thing. That's all we're asking, actually. That's all we've been asking.
Because then I can be like, no,
build
actually,
the damn road. You cannot say we gave you 100 million.
And
there's no road. There's no 100 million. Like, guys,
how does
balance
it work?
us out somewhere. Like, build the road. You know, you say the road is worth 100 million. You use
50.
Yeah, maybe even 80 guys. You'll be fine. You'll be fine with the others. Like, honestly speaking,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you build the 80 toilets and you chop the money for the 20, it's easier to justify because you can say, oh, materials went up, the cost of the materials went up, so we were only able to build 80. At this point, but even 50 out of 100, we can be like, all right, okay, you know what, it's fine.
There's at least something.
There's at least something. Now you want to build 10 toilets and tell us, no, the other 90, you're like, how?
Because even let's say we give you 100 million, you use 80 million for the project, and then 20 million is yours.
20 million is still a lot to pocket, guys.
It's still a lot to pocket. And then you have most 5 other projects lined up. So that's like 20 million out of all those other. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly. So you get 20, 20, 20. Now you have 100 million.
Yes.
You understand, from 5 projects. But now the problem is you want to pocket 90 million from each project.
Billionaire by the end of his reign.
Now they're like, no. At least if you're going to steal, be smart about it. I say, why are we giving this advice live on TV?
Guys, it doesn't mean that we condone this.
We need to touch grass. Please, this is not a reflection of us. This is not a reflection of Smell the Coffee. This is not a reflection of Network Television or Network Media Hub. We apologize. We retract everything. On that note, we'll be right back after this short break.
Do you like traveling?
Do you like to experience new places?
Well, then you should tune into On the Rock, where we explore enjoy establishments all over Namibia and South Africa. Great food, great fun, and so much more. So be sure to mark your calendar as we explore the beautiful landscapes of Namibia at the various enjoy establishments.
And where we also get to go on game drives, different activities, and meet the awesome staff of the different establishments.
We will see you there. Watch On the Rocks every Monday at 9 p.m. on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25.
Now, in some more bizarre news, a China husband accused of cheating after wife's fortune teller session, he reports to police. A Chinese woman accused her husband of infidelity based solely on an online fortune telling session during which the fortune teller alleged that her partner had visited prostitutes and checked into hotels with other women. This prompted him to report to the police in an effort to clear his name. The incident gained public attention when Anhui Broadcasting Corporation reported that a woman from Wuhu, Anhui province in eastern China had leveled accusations of cheating against her husband. The couple's personal information remains confidential. What shocked the public most was that her accusation was based entirely on a $70 fortune-telling session she bought online. The precise details of her inquiry to the fortune teller and the reasons behind her decision to consult one remain unclear. She spent the money to consult a so-called fortune-telling master who informed her that her husband was having an affair. The master requested the fee, and having already paid, she believed her interpretation must be accurate, said Zhao Xingyu, a police officer from the Guangdong police station under the Zhejiang branch of the Wuhu Public Security Bureau. She trusted them easily because others had claimed they were highly accurate, Zhao added. Her husband later disclosed that the online fortune teller had told his wife he had checked into hotels with other women and even accused him of soliciting prostitutes. She's been calling this fortune teller non-stop since early morning. I told her I can't take it anymore. Life like this is simply unbearable, he stated. Feeling unjustly accused, the husband sought assistance from the police, expressing that their marriage had become intolerable. Subsequently, the police criticized the woman for her superstitious behavior and ultimately helped mediate the conflict. The case sparked lively discussion and humorous reactions among Chinese netizens. One individual commented, "This husband truly seems wronged, but honestly, the wife might just be fishing for a confession." Another added, "If you genuinely cheated, then sincerely repent and make amends. If not, just divorce a wife like that." In a similar case reported in July, a woman surnamed Chai from central China believed a so-called fortune-telling master who claimed to have predicted her husband's infidelity, a claim she later confirmed. However, after divorcing her husband and receiving $126,000 in compensation, she ended up being scammed out of over 800,000 yuan by the same fortune teller. So, yeah.
So, but he was correct. I'm talking about the second story. So
No, the second story, yes.
He was correct in the prediction that the husband
Was cheating.
Yes.
But then after the divorce,
And she got her settlement.
yes.
He went and scammed the heck out of her.
He
was thinking
scammed her out of all of the settlement money because the settlement
Technically.
money was 900,000 yuan, but she was scammed out of 800,000 yuan.
Oh, he took everything.
He took everything.
Whoa.
But
whoa.
imagine going. I agree with the one comment that said she was probably just fishing for a confession. But imagine you're just living your life.
Right.
That time work has you in a chokehold. Here comes this woman, like, you're cheating on me.
Who told you?
Going into hotels, getting prostitutes. This man is like, I've literally been working this entire time. Imagine being honest. Have you ever been accused of something you didn't do?
I don't have the energy for even what you are accusing
What you're
me
accusing me of. Have you ever been accused of something that you didn't do?
There's some things where I'm like, oh wow, you know when people are like, just spreading nonsense
Yes.
about you, and you're like, I did what?
I did what? And I did. That's crazy.
And you just let it run. You're just like, you know what?
You know what?
Let it.
That time you're so invested because you're like,
Believe what
wow,
you
I
want.
can't believe I would have done that. That sounds so interesting.
Yeah, believe what you want. I was at what lodge and what. You know
But
the efforts to do these things.
When you're being accused of something you didn't do, and the more you try to say, I didn't do it, the guiltier you look.
Exactly.
It's like that show that I was telling you about, The Manipulated.
Yes.
Where they framed him for everything. And the more he said, I didn't do it, the
more
crazier
yes,
he looked, and it's like,
yeah.
he definitely did it.
Like the evidence is, overwhelming, and it looks like you did it, but you didn't. You didn't.
But you didn't.
Genuinely.
But this one was just a fortune teller that said, you know what, he's cheating
I
on
don't
you.
think, but I also don't think that's genuine. Not that I believe in that in any case, but anybody that comes and says, "Oh, I'm seeing the future," or "I'm predicting,"
That's
the
witchcraft.
future,"
Leave those things
and,
alone.
and I can see that this person is, cheating.
At least get evidence. Get evidence. Say, listen. In that case, I guess maybe I would have put a PI on the case.
Yes, exactly.
To
I
actually
would have
find
before
out.
I even. But it's the poor husband for me getting the police involved. He had to
Because I'm trying to clear my name.
I can't get through to her. Clearly, we need a
Intervention.
mediator.
There needs
Yes.
to be intervention because I didn't do what she's accusing me of.
And the fact that he went as far as calling the police, you know how bizarre and crazy it sounds?
Yeah.
And for you to be willing to okay, you know what? I don't care
I don't
anymore.
care.
I just need
need to
story.
clear my name. But nevertheless, that brings us to the end of our top stories. Now, after the break, Glenora visited a florist. So if you're looking for flowers for your upcoming day, let's take a look at this next video because this is right up that alley.
Here comes the bride, here comes the bride. I definitely feel like a bride holding this bridal bouquet. And I'm joined by the beautiful Lena from Trendy Florist. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I mean, this is so beautiful. Did you do this yourself?
Yes, I did it myself this morning, actually.
This morning?
Yes.
Wow, wow. Like I said, I feel like I'm a bride. Guys, someone's son, please put a ring on this. Can we talk about your business, Trendy Florals? I hope I'm saying it correct.
Yes, you are Trendy Florals. Okay, it's the Trendy Florals, but NEMRA doesn't recognize the, so they say Trendy Florals. Yes.
Oh, I see. We gotta follow the rules.
Yes.
Tell me about it. How did you come about creating a flower shop for weddings?
Okay, so basically I was a student studying, pursuing my human resource management degree, and I was looking for a job, but then I couldn't find a job. So then I thought to myself, we had a conference at church, the theme was floral. So then I thought to myself, maybe I could create flower crowns to get extra money because everybody was going crazy looking for flower crowns. So I designed and then I advertised it on my personal social media. Like I was just testing and people were interested, so everybody started buying the crowns. Until the day of the event, I still had to create crowns. Wow. So that's how it started. And I always say that I started my business with 50 Namibian dollars, and it was the last 50 Namibian dollars that I had.
Wow, did you guys hear that? 50
yeah.
Namibian dollars. You know, sometimes business ideas, you don't need to have like a lavish amount. You know,
Yes.
you just have to have a great idea, see a need in the community, and service that need.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that you faced? Running a business. I know that anybody who goes into the world of business, it's really, really hard.
Yes.
So some of the challenges that you can mention for us, please.
Okay, first of all, one thing that I learned during my business career is, as a person, you have to be whole, you have to be in the right mindset, because whatever is going on the inside will reflect in how you treat your clients. Obviously, when I started, I was still an amateur. I didn't know anything about business. I did study business at school, entrepreneurship, had marketing classes, which I'm good at. But are you ready emotionally to deal with people? So for me, that was my biggest challenge, and I really had to work through that, because if I was going through something, it would affect the way I would respond to a client, for example, or I would become emotional when a client says something. Obviously, you won't break down in front of a client, but I'm just like, I don't feel great right now. Why is this person doing this? And now you take it personal, but it's not personal. Maybe they are also going through something, and they are also just, like they say, we only project, basically. So yeah, I think for me, the hardest thing was to have to always work on my mindset, work on communication skills, work on how to deal with clients, even though I know that, okay, this client is not right, I'm right in this moment, but how do I deal with that in a professional way and not having to just Yeah, because I'm me, you are you, and I'm human. You're not gonna treat me the way you want to. By just putting myself back and putting the client first in whatever situation I find myself.
I totally
So,
agree
yeah.
with that. If you've ever worked in any service industry, be it whether you're a waitress, a bartender, etc., you kind of sort of build a muscle for that, where you
Yes.
don't personalize it, and it's just like this. Probably somebody having a bad day has nothing to do with me,
Yes.
and I have to still be professional. This leads me into my next question: how do you guide brides into choosing the perfect flowers for their special day? I mean, let's say I'm a bride.
Amen.
Yes, amen. We are manifesting it. Eh,
Yes,
guys?
yes, yes.
So how would you guide me into choosing the perfect flowers?
Okay, so one thing that I realized is most of the brides actually know what they want. So they come to you, I'm looking for this design, this colors. But then sometimes I'm like, that and that won't work together. Then I would suggest, okay, what is your theme? Maybe your theme is bohemian. If your theme is bohemian, for example, you can't carry a tulip bouquet. It's not gonna match because now probably your centerpieces on the table for deco, it's pampas grass, bunny tails, these cannot feature. So then I would suggest, okay, let's rather look at this design. What do you think about this? Then most of them are usually always open to it. For another example that I can give is for northern weddings, the sun is very hot. So when they carry live bouquets for 2 days, it doesn't look the same way as the previous day. So I know that I can make money out of it, but I would rather tell a client, listen, are you planning to carry this for 2 days? If you are, let's rather incorporate folks' roses to it. Because tomorrow your bouquet is going to look ugly. It's going to be yellow, it's going to be wilted because you're carrying it the whole day. So now it's up to the client to say, yes, I would take that, or let me take 2 bouquets, which will be more expensive, but if you go for the option that I'm giving, it would be affordable. So yeah, that's...
Speaking of, you did mention that flowers, they have those issues. What are some other concerns that brides have in terms of flowers, and how do you, advise them or guide them in that regard?
I think mostly, most of the issues that clients always have, it just has to do with how long will the flower last me. I mean, you can't carry a bouquet for the whole day and expect
I
it
think
to not
it's a
be.
human thing. Like
Yeah.
I got flowers, and then I got flowers. Was it 2 days ago? And I was just like, I love them so much. I want them to last forever. It's just a human thing. But I do get
Yeah.
what you're saying. Flowers are not meant to last forever. They're meant to remind us of the beauty in the present moment,
yes.
but they're not meant to last forever. And yeah, it is a concern.
Exactly. So I always tell clients, if you want your flowers to last forever, go for faux, because I don't use any type of artificial
Yes.
flowers. I order them online. Okay, that's why I call it faux, because it's made out of a specific material. Like this is latex. So it gives off a fresh look, but it's not fresh. Even this is latex.
Even this,
Yeah,
I thought this was real. Actually,
No,
I'm
it's
not gonna
not.
lie. And it looks so beautiful.
Yes. So, and most of the clients always like, oh no, I love my bouquet. I don't even want, most of the clients don't want to throw the bouquet. They would rather go buy a fresh, random flower in the shop and throw that and keep that as a
Yes.
sentiment. Because I notice now as well, when clients take live bouquets, let's say windows that are happening in Windhoek, they would, there's a new thing where you frame the flowers so that you press it. It's a process, and then they keep it.
Oh, that's
So,
actually really sweet.
yeah.
I would want to do something like that.
So yeah, most clients actually don't want to give away their bridal bouquets because they feel like it's something very special to them.
Speaking
So,
of
yeah.
bridal bouquets, I love this one. I know you have quite a few around us. Could you tell us one of your memorable bridal bouquets that you did for a client? Why was it special? Why did it mean so much to you?
All right. So a friend of when I started off my business, so after I launched pre-launched my floral business, I didn't know it was going to be a floral business, but one day God told me that it's going to be a one-stop shop for all your bridal needs. So, and I was like, that is crazy. I don't believe that. And that's not something that I want to pursue. It was never in my thoughts. But then I realized actually what I'm doing now, it is actually a one-stop shop because I do bridal consultations, event planning and all of that. So my friend challenged me. She was getting married and she was like, can you please do my floral arrangements, my bouquets, everything? I was like, I've never done that before. and it's your wedding. Do you really trust me that much to do that? So I felt like that was a big ask, but I was like, you know what, I can do anything. I'm a risk taker and I believe in challenges. So I took that on. I created her bouquet and it was faux, it wasn't live. Everybody thought it was a live bouquet, but it was not. And in that moment, I went to Pep home, looked for flowers. You know, I was just gathering stuff that would look appealing, and everybody didn't believe that it was actually from Pep.
Wow.
So I really believe that when it comes to business, whatever we do, it's all about creativity.
It's all about creativity. I mean, you
Yes.
started this with $50. Your last $50, mind you. 50 Namibian dollars, not USD, guys. 50
Yes.
Namibian dollars. And look at where you are right now. Like, wow, you need to take time to, like, you know, pat yourself on the back. Like, I did that.
Thank you.
Speaking of budgets, people, you know, we all worry. Weddings are expensive.
Expensive, yes.
And part of what makes them very expensive is the flowers. What advice do you have for brides who come in and they probably, you know, have to consider their budget in terms of flowers? How do you guide them, making sure that they have something special, but it also fits within the budget?
All right, so I'll just give examples based on how I've handled that. So sometimes a client will come to me and they want a bouquet, but that bouquet is probably going to cost 1,600, for example. Then I'll ask him, what is your budget? You know, some people are like, oh no, great, I'm good with that price, I'm going. And then some are like, okay, my budget is 700 or 800, what can you do for me? So what I do is, if you want this bouquet, for example, but it's not within your budget, I will still make it for you, but I will just reduce the amount of flowers or the type of flowers I use to fit your specific budget. Because also, when you charge for a bouquet, it's not just a bouquet, it's all about the size, the design, the type of flowers that you use in the arrangements, because all of them have different prices. So yeah, that's how I handle it. I will still give you your dream bouquet, but let's make it according to your budget. And I'll also present it to you. Would you be fine if it's this size? Would you be fine if I remove this and tweak this a little bit?
So you work within that, you get creative within the budget.
Yes, within the budget.
Like
So
it's
I won't
not like saying,
yeah.
oh, I want to do this for you, but this is going to cost you this much. I can't work with that.
Yeah, so I'll give you different options that is still similar to that, just to fit your budget. So I won't just say, no, I'm not doing that. I don't want your small money. You have to pay for this. No, I would really work with you and to help, because I mean, a wedding, I feel like it's a very special day, and I don't want to be that person where the bride is like, yeah, because of my floral designer, I didn't have a good wedding.
Yes.
And you would always have that.
And
at
we
the back
remember
of
the
your
flowers,
mind.
guys. We remember the
Yes.
flowers. They're shallow like that.
So yeah.
I'm sure you have a lot of cases of just challenges and people, you know, like what you said earlier, you're dealing with different characters. How do you handle last minute cancellations and how do you try to mitigate that doesn't, you know, burn a hole in your pocket as a business?
Okay, so this is how I run my business. When a client requests for a quote, I give them the quote, but then there's a specific amount that you need to pay to secure the quote. And it's non-refundable. It's not like 70% or 80%, it's just like a small fee. Because I feel like sometimes if you request for a quote, let's say in January, you're getting married in March, or no, let's say August, you might change your mind in the design that you want. So then you have an option to change, but the quote remains the same. But if you decide you don't want it, then you lose out on the deposit that you paid for the quote. However, last minute changes, it depends on what I have available, because some things are not accessible locally. I have to bring it in. If it's accessible locally, I'll gladly do the changes that you want me to do. But if it's not, then we have to compromise in what we can offer. I'll present you, this is what I have that is similar to that. Would you go for this? Or
Which makes a lot of sense,
Yeah.
which totally makes a lot of sense. A lot of people don't know what to do when it comes to weddings.
Exactly.
Like, if I were to get married tomorrow, I would be, I mean, if I had somebody propose to me and then, you know, I have to have a wedding soon, I wouldn't know the first thing to do.
yes.
So visiting like a florist, should I bring something along? Should I, like, what is the first meeting initially supposed to look like? Or how would you advise somebody, a bride, like if you're coming to see me, this is what you bring, or you don't bring anything, like how should that process go?
So, okay.